Hey guys, just a little recap of the TA here. Dawson and I got the pistons all in, tried the car out. As you seen in the last video, I said we didn't make it very far. A couple miles down the road and blew a power steering line. So got it back here, got a new power steering line put on it. Car, took it out for a ride. I didn't take any video when we were out on the ride, and I wish I would have. But the car, when it would get into boost, would stumble a little bit. Figured it was ignition related, which it was. It did turn out. We changed the spark plugs in it, and now that part's gone. It was breaking down a little bit under boost. Other than that, it's working great now. Just want to go over something that's been bothering me about the whole ordeal. I still don't understand why this thing blew up in the first place. We were running it really conservative. Well, I'll just tell you guys some figures on it anyways. I'd get the data log and I'll just tell you guys what things were running, and you can let me know in the comments even what you think. It is just a basically stock motor. It's got a camshaft. It's got a set of different heads on it. It's not a set of 317 heads that usually comes on a 6-liter. I did put a set of 799 heads on it. Dropped the compression a little bit. Was not reading any spark knock, guys, when I was data logging when it blew up. It was not reading any knock until after it already blown up. So, anyways, my AFRs were running 11.5, and when I went into boost, it went to 11.0. So it was running pretty rich. Shouldn't have hurt it any there. My timing was only running at 14.7, like 14.7 degrees. I had an engine coolant temp of 190 degrees at the time, and an intake air temp of 72 degrees. To me, all those numbers figure out to very conservative and very safe at only 10 psi a boost. That was only 10 pounds. That's not a lot of timing. It was running rich. The only thing I did notice, guys, is I've had this car turned up before without any meth injection on it, farther than 10 pounds of boost, okay? And it did not blow up. It took every bit of it. The only thing I noticed was just before I did that run is I'd got a tank of gas from a different gas station than I ever deal with. When I was dumping the gas into the tank, I'm not saying this was it, but you know, something's just fishy here and it just doesn't set right with me. When I was dumping that can of gas into the car, the gas had a color to it. And not only with the color, but it had a smell. It smelled like old bunker oil. It smelled like almost like diesel in a way. I know it wasn't diesel, but it had that oily smell to it that you don't get with even 93 octane. I know 93 octane is not much, but it's supposed to be 93 octane. And in here in Canada, we have, the best we get is 91 octane. And I can tell you the difference between 91 and regular is huge. Like, I can smell the difference in between the 91 octane and the 87, which is our regular. Now, this 93 I pumped in that I got from the States, it smelt just like our regular fuel. And I'm almost thinking that I don't know if they had regular fuel in their pumps where it was supposed to be Supreme, whether it was pumping out of the wrong tank. I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point. What's happened, happened. But I do contribute that on the reason why maybe it blew up. Maybe I'm grasping at straws, guys. I don't know, but just a lot of things here just don't add up and don't make sense to me. We were running really conservative, and that was a good night. And everything was cool, and the intake temperatures were cool, and so on and so forth. I mean, I can beat on a dead horse all day with just stock hypertectic pistons, and I had lots of ring gap, though. I shouldn't say I didn't have any ring gap, because I was running 30 thou ring gap on the top ring and 27 on the second one down. Should have been lots of ring gap there, especially only 10 psi and running those kind of numbers. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. If any of you guys watch it and you have any ideas, let me know. I'm not afraid to have a little criticism too. So whatever you think, put it down in the comments. I know, yes, I shouldn't probably be running pump gas with it, but we can't get E85 around here and stuff like that. It's just kind of a poor spot to be when you're running these kind of engines and stuff. Anyways, let me know, guys, in your comments, like I say. And I'm quite interested to see what the feedback would be. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.